In 1963, revelations in the British press under the headline "The Minister, the Model and the Russian Spy" blew up into the most sensational political scandal of the century. The Profumo Affair, as it became known, involved Britain's Minister for War, John Profumo, who unwittingly engaged in a sexual relationship with Christine Keeler at the same time as she was involved with the Soviet naval attaché, Yevgeny Ivanov. By 1964, the Harold Macmillan government had fallen, reputations were in tatters, and Stephen Ward, one of the key players, had suicided. The story has finally made it to the screen as a movie, and the movie is called Scandal, and it's an excellent movie. To tell us more about it, please welcome the writer, Michael Thomas, and the lady herself, Christine Keeler. Welcome to you both. It's good to have you on the show. Firstly to you, Christine, all those years ago, would you have imagined that not only what was occurring at the time was going to be a major scandal around the world, but also would be turned into a movie so many years later?
No, not at all. I was just a teenager at the time. I never imagined, you know.
Does it feel to you, Christine, that it was, certainly it was another time, does it feel to you that it was another person too, another Christine Keeler?
Yes, I think so. But I guess everybody of my age looks at their teenagers as being somebody else. But certainly it doesn't seem like me, you know.
What sort of regrets have you got? What would you have done differently?
Well, I don't really have any regrets, because I think if you have regrets, then you're going to be sad about something. So, I just get on and live my life.
For the first 5 or 10 years, certainly, you were given what one could call a very hard time. Have things eased up over the years?
No, I'm afraid, they got the story wrong. It was a set-up. Stephen was never a Ponce 27 years ago. And it's never eased up. Every few months, certain tabloids in England, decide to hit the Conservative Party. And, I've just been trying to bring my family up and live an ordinary life. And banner headlines, prostitute, vice queen, so that they can, through my association with Jack Profumo, that they can hit the Conservative head, the Conservatives over the head. So I've been being used and being taking the shame and the blame, and no press have come to me, and I've just been trying to get on with my own life. So it's been very difficult, yes.
Have you seen John Profumo since those days?
No, not at all.
If you're able to make contact with him, what would you say to him?
I don't know. I should... It depended on what he said to me, I suppose.
Well, of course, it did all those years ago too, didn't it? I guess. When you first met up with John Profumo, he wouldn't have imagined then that he was going to be led into what eventually was the downfall of his political career. Fortunately, there's been an upswing for him, hasn't there?
Yes. Oh, yes. He has had the CBE and for his work that he's done in charity in the East End. And, yes.
What about Mandy Rice-Davies, the association between the two of you? It was never an overly friendly one, was it?
Well, we didn't know each other very long. We just probably lived together at about 3 months at the end of 1960. And I saw her, she came to stay with me for a brief time after the thing broke. And but we were two different people, we didn't know each other. We did live together, but not for very long years ago, and really haven't really associated since.
Christine, as a young teenager, did you realise at the time that what you were doing and the association you were having with John Profumo was going to cast the man into such a position, particularly considering that you were also seeing at that time the Russian attaché?
Yes, I mean, people were people to me. I didn't realise that. But I think that there were people around me that did.
Mm-hmm. So no regrets at all?
No, I don't want to be bitter. And I think that if you have a regret, you must be bitter somewhere. So
you have a son, don't you, Christine?
Yes, I have 2 sons.
How old are they?
One is 23 and one is 17 and a half.
What has it done to them?
Well, it's been very tough for them too. It isn't pleasant at all to, just be living your life as a family, and the tabloid press to come out with vice queen prostitute, you know, without even speaking to you every few months. And just as you're getting over it, and because you can't blame ordinary people who look at you and who are your neighbours and things, because it's not their fault. And just as you sort of get over it and hold your head up again, you know, bang, the newspapers will do it again. Mm-hmm. So it's been most unpleasant for my children. That's what
this is going to follow you for the rest of your life, obviously, so you must steel yourself for it.
I hope that with the film and the book, which is the truth, that Stephen was never a ponce, I hope now that, well, I'm just going to wait and see what happens.
OK, Michael, to you, the writer of Scandal, which, as I mentioned in the intro, is an excellent movie. Congratulations on that. I'm told you had a hell of a job in trying to sell it.
Yes, it's a very hard picture to make, not for the usual reasons. It's usually hard to make a film because it's hard to find the money. In this case, it became clear after 6 shops that this was a story a lot of people didn't want to see on the air. And we originally intended to do this on television over 3 nights and really rip the scab off the whole thing. But each time we would go in, everybody knew that the whole country would stop dead and watch it. And it would get up to the piers of the realm, the top of the building, and you could hear the doors slam all the way to Downing Street.
All these years later?
A lot of these people are still alive, you know. They're in positions of a lot of influence, if not power. Profumo dines with the Queen regularly.
How did you what was your starting point for the story? What sort of attitudes did you take into writing those first couple of lines?
I first saw Christine on television here when I was a kid here, and I saw her coming out of the court. And I saw her mobbed by these people in the street, and they were screaming, "Burn her." And I was flabbergasted. I thought, how can they want to burn this beautiful girl? And it seemed to me my job then was to grow up and make this movie. So this is really the fruit of 25 years unhealthy obsession. It started, we went to saw Christine and talked to her, then we talked to Mandy, then we talked to everybody we could find. And I started with that image.
We have a clip to show here from Scandal, and I'd like you to see it. It's a scene in which you see Christine Keeler and Stephen Ward.
There is a limit.
I'm sorry.
There comes a point when I say no. That's enough, no more.
I've said I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Express was there. The Mail, the Mirror. They were all there before the police were there. I'm a doctor. I can't have it, Christine. I've got patients. I've got a certain position. I've got a reputation. I can't have lovesick jungle bunnies running amok on the front door, taking pot shots at the windows. It's monstrous.
You took me down there. It was you who wanted to go snooping around Westbourne Grove at 1 o'clock in the morning. I never wanted to go. You made me. I'd never have met Lockie if it wasn't for you. I'd never have met Johnny. I'd never have met any of those people. It was all your idea.
You go too far.
Be a devil, you said. Never say no to a dare, you said. You took me to all the parties. You introduced me to everybody I know. I'm yours, Stephen. You pull the strings. I'm what you made me.
Scene from Scandal. Joanne Wally-Kilmer plays Christine, and the magnificent John Hurt plays Stephen Ward. Was he good to work with?
He was fantastic, yeah. Yeah, he's really good in this movie.
Michael, if that sort of scandal occurred today, if it erupted today in Great Britain, what sort of reaction? The same as it was all those years ago?
I think not. I think people learn their lessons, and I think you have to remember that the mistake Profumo made was to lie about it. It was not to have this association, but to get up and lie about it. I think these days people would realise that you can't lie about these things. Somebody's going to find out. And probably somebody caught in his position would come clean. And it may well cause him to resign, but I don't think it would, you know, ruin the rest of his life. So I should think they'd play it differently.
Christine, for your life now, what do we paint? What sort of scenario do you... Is there a special person in your life? I believe you've just moved out of a council flat after all these years.
Yes.
What does life hold for you?
Well, as I said, I'm just going to see, wait and see. I've got a lot of options and different things, and yet I'm still promoting the film at the moment, so, and my book, so I shall just finish doing that and see take up an option or see what else happens.
What are those options, though? What sort of options are open to you?
Well, I'm in the middle of sort of working at the moment on the advertising of the film. There is somebody in America who wants me to go and try to get in on a television or a radio thing in America. So I haven't, I'm so wound up working at this minute in time and that I haven't really thought about what I'm doing in the next 6 months.
Given that you've had so much of the public spotlight for so many years, and also given that obviously you endorsed the movie, do you enjoy, though, what you're doing at this moment in promoting and being once again back in the public eye?
Well,
yes or no?
It is off. Well, to me, talking about 26 years ago actually is obviously a bit boring, isn't it? You know, it's sort of, I'm not living, you know, when I'm not promoting this, I obviously am living my own life, you know, a day-to-day as I live it. But I suppose it has to be done. It's simple.
Is that the impression you get of Christine, Michael? Do you sometimes have to just push her just that little bit more into the public spotlight to...
Mate, she's been Christine Keeler for 25 years, you know, which is, and there's a lot of jokes that go with that, you know, and so I think she's probably glad she's had the chance to get this off her chest, you know, and that's what I hope the picture does.
Thanks for joining us today. It's been great having you here. Christine Keeler and Michael Thomas. The movie is called Scandal.